Okay, everybody, welcome back to my channel. And coming to you from an undisclosed location. Um, I'm still where I've been for a couple days. Things have improved. Just waiting on getting moved to a different room or a different floor. Currently, where I'm at in the hospital, I can't get up and do anything without assistance. Even though I could, I guess in the ICU they don't allow you to get up and move around. So I'm looking forward to actually going home, but I think the next step is to move me to a different floor to where I will be able to uh, move around and things and have uh, my own private room because of having the flu. So things are improved on that. As far as the other, I'm not gonna name names, but I will say that the person that was here last night is here again tonight. However, they're not going to be getting to my care tonight, and I'm still hopeful to be able to move um, off off the floor. But I have met my new nurses and a PCA, so uh, things have improved uh, today, and some of what I was told earlier was not true. So the person that was originally taking care of, and you know, it's sad because some people that work in the medical field, you know, I know a lot of people that don't like people that work in the medical field or whatever, and different things. But if you're in the hospital and you're part of a community that people don't like or accept, they need to. I think the hospitals need to be more inclusive when it comes to um, the LGBT community. Uh, if a hospital says they're one thing and then they do another, then that should be cause for I would say alert, but there's no excuse to be rude to a patient or to try to bark orders to manipulate a situation while you're a patient in a hospital. And the other night, I kind of experienced that. Again, this is something that I normally don't do. My channel is usually for one thing only, but this is kind of a special thing I'm doing on here, so bear with me, everybody. And you know, I didn't feel at the time that it was right for this person to say the things they did to me. Um, it was very unprofessional, you know. So it makes a person when people do that not feel safe in a hospital. In a hospital, you're supposed to feel safe in a hospital. But unfortunately, that didn't happen with me. Now, I will say there was one nurse that I really enjoyed, and she was very polite, and she knows who she is. In fact, I just said my final goodbye to her because she's going to be off the next couple of days, and I probably won't see her again. But she didn't. She wasn't mean to me. She wasn't discriminatory. She was very polite. So I appreciate that. She knows who she is. No, I don't want to call no names out over here. I'm going to pause this for a minute. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. So the thing that I feel, um, I don't know that it'll happen, but I think as a person and a human being, I think that the person that was said the things to me last night, whether it was manipulation, whether it was for whatever reason, uh, probably won't ever be reprimanded or have talked to. They could, but I'll never know if they do or not. A When you're an employee, especially at a hospital, I don't see any reason to be mean to a patient, regardless of what kind of day you're having. Nobody likes to go to the hospital, and most people don't want to be in the hospital. Sometimes it's just they end up there. So, if you work in the medical field, there's probably a lot of things that nurses or people that work in a hospital see that other people don't see every day. That being said, I don't feel there's no justification for things to be said in the manner like what I went through the other night. There's no call for it. Um, and I'm not saying that nobody in the medical field has stress. I'm sure everybody that works there does. But be a little bit more nicer to your patients, regardless if you like them or not. Address them the proper way when talking to them if they request that. And just be nice, you know? So, that, that's pretty much, it should be that way. Even if you're having a bad day at work or whatever, or you see something on the job, working the medical field, don't take it out on the patient. Don't try to manipulate the situation, and don't try to make them feel like a little kid because you want to establish something or an agenda. That's all I'm saying. So just remember, people that are in the hospital, that you're going to see them at their worst, not with their best. And you as a medical professional should not be making comments that maybe not appropriate for the situation. Regardless of the reason. Um, I will say that JC, one of the nurses, was part of my care and she was excellent. So I just want to shout out to JC, and you know who you are, and I appreciate the kindness you showed and the attention while I was here on this floor. So anyway, that is it for now. I am going to close off and close this for now. I'll be back later with another topic or more on this current topic. And remember, hate is never holy. Do not hate, and be nice, and don't judge. Pink Angel, that is it for my session here on this topic. I'll be back later when I have more to report. Pink Angel out.